topic, it's what does it look like and what's the other side? What's the point? I decide as a teacher, sometimes I teach you what does it look like. And I don't tell you what's the point until later. And sometimes I tell you what's the point first and then tell you what does it look like later. That depends on the kind of subject where I know which comes first, which comes second. But in the end, by the time we're done, for everything you learn, there will be what is the point and also what? What does it look like? For every concept, whether it's 3 kinds of words in Arabic, whether it's status, whether it's number, whether it's gender, whether it's type, whether it's fi'l, whether it's harf, it's going to be what's the point? What does it look like? What's the point? What does it look like? Every time. Okay? So right now in light, this whole discussion, get rid of the N, get rid of the sound. Which side of the coin is that? What does it look like? That is, what does it look like? Because first you need to know what it looks like. And now we have to also eventually dig into what? What's the point? Why do the Arabs do this? What's the point? There are 4 reasons they do this. I will teach you those 4 reasons probably tomorrow in totality. But we will move on today because you're not ready for all those reasons yet. Okay, and then we'll see that in action in the Quran. But before I move on to the next subject, I do want to make sure that you guys understand the following. Let me see if I can get your input on this. So this is page 6, our favorite page, apparently. By the way, on page 7, I've got the light chart for you. I'm so nice. You see, I told you don't have to write notes. You see that? You're welcome. Here's an exercise that we're going to do now. Identify whether the following words are light or heavy. By the way, there's one more thing in your notes that I forgot to add, so I'm going to add it now. Okay, let me explain what I mean. If you see al at the beginning of a word, then the question of light and heavy becomes what? Invalid. We don't ask if it's light or heavy. We don't care. We don't care. Okay? The only time we care about light or heavy is if it does not have al on it. So you never say to me or anyone else, oh, the word al-kitabu is light. Wrong. The word al-kitabu does not allow the question light versus heavy. It's not a thing. Okay? So the moment you see al, and I say, tell me if this is light or heavy, you say, invalid question. The moment you see what in the beginning? Al, then you don't care about light and heavy, okay? And again, you'll learn over time why that's important. So let's do this exercise. This is page 7, I believe, isn't it? Or 8? Okay, this is 7, yeah. Okay. So we have to identify whether this guy is light or heavy. These are some hard words. Before you figure out if it's light or heavy, you need to know if it's a sound or a combination. The trick now is, for every combination, there's a normal version and a light version. So you gotta think a little deeper now. So muallimi, my first question is this a sound or a combination? Muallimi doesn't actually have a sound at the end. It's no un and in. It's not a sound. Could it be the light version of something you know? What could it be the light version of? Muallimi. This is a light, plural, nasab or jar combination. It's the masculine chart. It's ina. It's just the light version. So the answer here is what? The correct answer here is what? Light. Okay? That's number 1. Don't say all ever again in this class. For every time I see a ya, is this going to happen? No. Every time you see it in this class, today, that's going to happen. The world will keep getting more and more complicated as life goes on. Okay? So your questions, if they begin with every single time, don't do it. Don't do it. Avoid every time. Don't use always and don't use never unless I use it. I'm warning you, this is the biggest mistake students make. I teach them something, and what did they add on their own? Always, and what else did they add? Every time I see light, it means absolutely no. Did I say every time? No. Who adds that masala? You. And then you know what you do? But you said every time. You lie. I never said it. You made that up. You made. I'm very careful about when I use always and when I use never. Okay? When I use always, if it's limited, I'll say always today. Because that'll change tomorrow. So we're not ready for the whole thing yet. Okay. Safinati. Light or heavy? Okay, if it's light, you need to be able to convert it to heavy for me. If it was heavy, what would it have been? Excellent. Safinatin. I want you to know how to convert from light to heavy. Okay. Qulubin. That's a heavy sound. What's the light version of it? That conversion is important, yes? Okay. Hadaiqa. Light. What would have been the heavy version? Hadaiqan. Okay. La'ibratan. Heavy. You hear the N sound? The moment you hear an N sound, it's heavy. Light version. La'ibrata. Good job. Okay, let's move on. I'm working from the bottom up because it's easier. Al-mutanafisuna. Okay. You know what? Let's be democratic here. Let's be democratic. Heavy, light, invalid. Why is it invalid? When you have al, the question of light and heavy becomes invalid. Kawa'iba. Now some people listen some of you listen to half of what I say. So now you said every time there's a word it's invalid. Kawa'iba, invalid. No, I didn't say that. If it's al in the beginning, then the question of light and heavy is invalid. Is the question of status invalid? No. Is the question of number invalid? Only one thing is invalid, which is what? Light and heavy. But you can think a little bit. Asa saman, asa ijabatan. You say bura suna or bura jawab diya, right? You got to listen carefully and don't apply it to anywhere else. Kawa'iba. Good. What would be the heavy version? Kawa'iban. Nisa'u. Light. Heavy version. Cool. Nisa'un. Rusulan. Heavy. Good. Heavy. Light version. Rusula. La. Because once you take the an off, what goes away with it? Remember Musliman? When I made it Muslima, what did I take away? Alif is gone. It's just Rusula. Okay? Good. Talibatun. Light version? Talibatu. Good job. Okay? Let's see if there's more. Qamisun. Heavy. Light version. Good. Rasula. Light. Heavy version. And if you were to write it, it would be Rasulan with an alif. Good. Rasulan. Nice. Asatiru. Heavy version would have been? Asatirun. Yes. Laghwan. Heavy. Light version? Would it be written differently? What would be different? There wouldn't be any alif. Laghwan would be laghwa. Zalimi. Ooh. Ooh. Is it light? Go back to question number 1. Remember muallimi on top? It was the light version of what? Muallimi na. So zalimi is the light version of zalimi na. Very nice. Oh, there's more. Okay, I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna let you discuss this with each other. I want you to. I want to figure out what this is. Look, if you say light, great. I need the heavy version then. If you say this is light, you will prove to me by giving me the alternative heavy version. What do you think? What's the heavy version if this is light? Thulu what? Thuluthan? Nope. Thuluthani? Thuluthani. Let me zoom in. Maybe you could see it better. Thuluthani. You're right. You're right. I was just building confidence. Okay. Thulutha. Look at it. Let me explain this one. I'm going to erase this. Thulutha. Okay. Thulutha. What did I tell you about Muslim? I'll come back to this word in a second. What did I tell you about? Oh man. Come back. Musliman. What's the light version? Do I write an alif or no? I don't write it. When I make it light, the alif is gone, right? Okay. So now the word I just came across was thulutha. So if you're saying it's light, it shouldn't actually have the alif, but it does, which means it must not be the light version of thuluthan. It must be something else. Now let's try this. Muslimani. What? Sorry, I mistyped. Muslimani. What's the light version? Muslimani. What do you do to make it light? You get rid of what? You get rid of what? Noon. You keep everything else as it is. If I get rid of this noon, what's left? Muslima. Isn't it? All I removed was the noon to make it light. So Muslimani, the light version is Muslima. Now my question was Thulutha. That must be from what? Original. Thuluthani. You understand the problem? Okay, it's a trick question. Let's see, number 19. An-nashitati. Heavy? Light? You learned your lesson? Invalid? Okay. It's good. When you get a little bit bestie, then you understand. Bestie, for those of you who don't know, is humiliation. It helps you remember. Mukhtalifuna. Heavy? Because it's on the page 6 chart. Page 6 is all heavy. All of page 6 is heavy. So Muslimuna, if it matches, heavy. Fine. How do you make it light? Mukhtalifu without the noon. Mukhtalifu without the noon. Al-banuna. Light. Heavy. Heavily invalid. Why? Al. Aina. Okay, you should be able to do this one now. Come on. Come on. Aina. Could be, it must be the light version of Aina ni. Ain means eye. Ain means eyes. It's for weird reason it's light, but it means two eyes. Ain also means waterfall. It means eye, it also means waterfall. So what could Aina also mean? Two waterfalls. But unusually light, which we don't know why. Okay? Kalimati. Light. What's the heavy version? Kalimatin. Wonderful. Qawlan. Heavy. Light version. Qawla. With an alif or without an alif? Without an alif. Qawla. Jahannama. Light. Light. Jahannaman, which is not correct, but yes, Jahannaman. I'll explain that in a second. Hadithu. Light. Heavy version? Hadithun. Light? Okay, that was the easy part. It's light. How do you know it's light? You don't hear an N. When you don't hear an N sound, it's light. Fine. But the more interesting question is, what's the heavy version? Dhira'i. This is aini becoming ay. Ani, light version. What's the light version of ani? Ah. What's the light version of aini? Ay. What's the light version of una? U. What's the light version of ina? E. What's the light version of atun? Atu. What's the light version of atin? What's the light version of what's the heavy version of dhira'aini? This is dhira'i. The heavy version would be, I gave the answer. Dhira'aini. I messed it up. I'm so disappointed in myself right now. All that build up for nothing. Okay. Now we get to your next lesson, flexibility. We do a concept, we do a little bit of practice, you get a little used to it, life moves on. We got to be done with this status business. Number is so much easier, gender is so much easier, type is so much easier. Status, oh my God. But this is the last part of status. So we're on lesson 4 of status. Status was how do you tell was the forms of status, rafa' nasab jar, done. How do you tell status? Ending sounds and ending combinations, done. And then pronouns are rebels. We don't know what that means later. That's a later problem. Yes? No. But sometimes I want you to write it anyway because there's this principle, qayyidul ilm. Some things you write down just get stuck in your head. No, I will never tell you those. Of course I'll tell you. The question was, you said there are 4 reasons to make a word light. Will you tell us? No, I just told you to burn you on the inside. I just wanted you to feel. No, of course I'll tell you. Just when I feel like it. This is my boat. This is not your boat. I'm captain. You're not captain. I'm kidding. We'll get there. We'll get there when it's time. You guys are familiar with immigration? Okay? Well, Muslims know immigration for some reason. When it comes to immigration, you can think of it as if you could divide a country by ethnicities, you can divide a country by economic situation, right? Income brackets. You can also divide a company population by immigration status. And basically, you can come up with 3 groups of people. Citizens, Ashabul Jannah, Khalidina fiha. There are non-citizens, illegal aliens, illegal residents, Ashabul Nar. But then there's a middle category. What's the middle category? Work visa, student visa, green card, visit visa. You know, I lied about the visit visa. You know, J1, H1, something 1, right? Which one is the complicated category? The middle one. The top one is clear. The bottom one is clear. The middle one, complicated. There's another thing. Who has all the rights in a country? The citizens have all the rights. Who has practically no rights? The bottom. Who has some rights but not other rights? Middle category. Arabic isms are like immigration. Some words, some isms, full citizens. They're what? Full citizens. Other isms are like illegal aliens. No rights. And other isms are what? Middle category. But I'm not really talking about immigration or they came from another country and we got to build a wall. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just giving you an analogy. Isms can be divided into three categories. Instead of calling them citizens, residents, and illegals, right? I'm going to call them fully flexible, partly flexible, and non-flexible. Does that make sense by the analogy? So fully flexible is like what in my analogy? Citizens. Partly flexible is like what? Middle category. And non-flexibles are like what? Illegals. So far, everything I have taught you, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, sounds, combinations, light, heavy, all the stuff I taught you is about the majority of the Arabic words which are citizens, which are fully flexible. So we don't really need to learn that because that's all we've been learning so far. You just didn't know that they're called what? Fully flexible. A fully flexible word, you can make it light, you can make it heavy. You can make it singular or pair or plural. You can make it rafa, you can make it nasab, and you can make it jar. You can do all kinds of things with a fully flexible word. You with me? Now, I'm going to show you the opposite extreme. What's the opposite extreme of fully flexible? Okay, so I'm going to start with non-flexibles. Don't write this down yet. It's in your notes, but I'll show you. Non-flexibles. Okay. What's the first word you see? Hudan. Anyone know what huda means? Okay. We learned there are three ways of saying a word. Muslimun, Musliman, and Muslimin. So I should have three ways of saying hudan. Yeah? It should be hudun, hudan, and hudin. Have you ever heard hudun? May Allah give you hudun. Have you ever heard that before? If you hear this word, what do you hear? Hudan or huda, but you don't hear hudu and you don't hear hudi. You don't hear it. Now some people want to, they have kids that are named Huda and they're like hudi, hudu, hudi. That's different. Like one of my kids was born in the hospital, and there was another Muslim family. They had their child, and they named him Khidr. Khidr. Of course, Pakistani, so they said Khizr. But the mom was so excited about this baby. All day she would be like, Kiju, Kiji, Kuju, Kija. She was So you could do whatever you want with a name, but the official word is what? Hudan, not Khidr. Hudan. You're still in the story. The Rafa version of Hudan is actually Hudan. The Nasab version is also Hudan, Hudan, and the Jar version is also. This word refuses to change at all. It stays exactly the same. It doesn't care if it's Rafa. So you ask Hudan, hey, what's your Rafa version? Hudan. What's your Nasab version? Let me think about that. Hudan. What's your Jar version? Hudan. Dhalika. Have you heard the word dhalika before? Have you heard dhaliku? Dhalika is just what? Dhalika. Rafa version? What's Rafa version? Dhalika. What's Nasab version? Dhalika. What's Jar version? Everything you learned so far out the window because this word is what? Non-flexible. Okay. Alladhina. Have you heard alladhina before? Alladhina sounds like it has a combination at the end. Ina. And ina sounds like a nasab or jar combination, like muslimina. So there should be an alladhuna yu'minuna bil ghaib. Alladhuna. You ever heard alladhuna? Every time you hear alladhina, what do you hear? Alladhina. So the rafa version of alladhina is what? The nasab version? Alladhina. The jar version? Alladhina. It does not change. Okay, let's try Isa. Isa. What's the Rafa version of Isa? What's the Nasab version of Isa? What's the Jar version of Isa? Musa. Musu? Musi? It's only Musa? Musa? Musa. Those of you that were around in the 70s, Marsha, 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 non-flexible. Okay? It's completely non-flexible. Musa, Musa, Musa. Isa, Isa, Isa. Alladina, Alladina, Alladina. But Ustad, how am I supposed to know which one is non-flexible and which one's fully flexible? Nobody cares about your feelings. 99% of the words in Arabic are, what do you think? Fully flexible. Some words are what? No, these right now. Some words are non-flexible. When they come up, I will tell you. Hey, by the way, this guy, non-flexible. And the moment you hear non-flexible, you just say, oh, got it. Which means the Rafa version, Nasab version, Jar version is same. You with me? Listen to what I'm going to say now. This is the wrong thing to say. The following is incorrect. Non-flexibles don't have Rafa, Nasab, or Jar. That's wrong. Non-flexibles do not show Rafa, Nasab, or Jar. That's correct. They have it, but they can't show it. Let's look at the word guidance. If I say, guidance helped me, guidance helped me, is guidance the doer? Guidance helped me. Is that the doer? So if it's the doer, what status is it? But it just can't show it. It's rafa', but it can't show it. If I say, I need guidance, who's the doer? I need guidance. Who's the doer? I am. What do I need? Give me some details. So guidance is what status? That's nasab. But can it show it? Well, it looks kind of nasab anyway. But not because it can show it. What if I say, this is a book of guidance? Book of, O-F, guidance. What comes after of? It's jar, but can it show it? No. It can't show it. You with me? So some words can tell you their rafa clearly and they can show it. They can show you their nasab, they can show you their jar, but some words will not show it to you. The words that don't show it to you, we call them what? Non-flexible. Okay. And how will you know which words are non-flexible? You're going to wait for me. Okay? Yes. These are all, we're only talking about certain words. I haven't given you the spectrum. But look at some of them. Isa, do you need a plural for Isa? No. No, you won't need it. Okay, now, the complicated category is what? Partly flexibles, there are, just like immigration, there are lots of different visas. Partly flexibles are lots of different categories. But for the purpose of this class, I'm going to keep it super duper simple. For the purpose of this class, partly flexibles are only two categories. Okay? Number one is places, and number two is non-Arab names. That's all. There are more categories. There's 5 more categories, but I don't care right now. For you, right now, only 2 categories. Which are they? Places and non-Arab names. Okay, so that's, if you find places in the Quran, chances are that place is going to be partly flexible. And if you find names in the Quran, chances are that name is going to be partly flexible because most names in the Quran are not Arab. Most of the people Quran is talking about are not Arabs. Okay, our prophet, of course, is Arab. Salih alayhi salam is Arab. Shu'aib alayhi salam is Arab. Hud alayhi salam is Arab. All the other prophets are non-Arab. So it's only 4 that are Arab. I'll say that again. Our prophet, that you better know already. Salih, Shu'aib, Hud. Salih, Shu'aib, and Hud. That's it. Those are the Arab prophets. Arba'atun min al-Arabi. 4 of them are from the Arabs. Which 4 are from the Arabs? Our messenger plus Salih, Shu'aib, Hud. That's it. Those are the Arabs. So all the other prophet names in the Quran fall under which category? However, I'll tell you one trick. They fall under partly flexible. But some names end with alif. Some names end with what? Yahya, Musa, Isa, right? Yusha, right? There's names. Yusha is not in the Quran, but names sometimes they end with what? Alif. When they end with alif, even though they're foreign names, they drop to the third category. What's the third category? Non-flexible. Because Musa, you can't do anything with it. Musa, Musa, Musa. Isa, Isa, Isa. Yahya, Yahya, Yahya. Names that end with alif have an additional problem, so they become non-flexible. But I'll explain what partly flexible means. Yes. Musa will always be non-flexible. Musay. You haven't heard Musi, you've heard Musay. That's a qira'ah difference. It's a pronunciation difference, not a grammar difference. Yeah. So in some qira'at of the Quran, you hear Musay, right, instead of Musa. But that's not because it's flexible. It's just in that qira'ah, the rafa', nasab, and jar is all Musay. Okay? So it's still non-flexible. But let me tell you what this is. Give me an Arab prophet's name. Okay. Salihun, Salih. Nasab version of Salih? Salihan, and jar version of Salih? Good job. Now, give me a non-Arab prophet's name. Ibrahim. Ibrahim is not Arab. If Ibrahim was Arab, then all his kids would be Arab. Then we wouldn't be having a problem. I'm just saying. Okay? Ibrahim alayhi salam is the father of the Arabs. He's the patriarch of the Arabs and of the non-Arabs. Right? So we are going to talk about Ibrahim alayhi salam as if it is a non-Arab name. You with me? Okay, now watch this. The Rafa version of Ibrahim is Ibrahimu. What is it? Do you notice the difference? Non-Arab names do not have the right to be heavy. It's an Arab immigration policy. Non-Arab names cannot eat that much. They have to stay light. If it's a non-Arab name, you cannot say Ibrahimun. Can't do it. Not allowed. Sorry. Policy is policy. You don't have citizenship, you don't get tanween. Okay? Ibrahimu. Okay, can you help me with the Nasab version? Yeah. Ibrahima. Because I was going to say Ibrahiman, and the Arab grammar police came and said, wait. Hold on, sir. You're not Arab. If you're not Arab, we don't let you have our on and in. That's only for the Arabs, my friend. So Ibrahima. I used to have a friend in college. His name was Ibrahim. He was Moroccan. And you say, اسمك غير عربي. Your name is not Arab. You say, مش تقول في القرآن. It's in the Quran. عربي. I was like, غير عربي. عجمي أنت. عجمي. I was an Islamic troll in college. So the Rafa version is Ibrahimu. The Nasab version is what? Ibrahima. Already, do you notice the difference between Salihun and Salihan and Ibrahim and Ibrahima? Now we get to what version? That version. Take a guess. They were going to say Ibrahim. Let me tell you something about the E sound. The E sound looks like you're smiling. E. And Arabs said, we don't like immigrants smiling. You can't have E. Mm-mm. You know what? Learn to share with Nasib. Ibrahima. The Rafa version of Ibrahim is Ibrahimu. The Nasab version is Ibrahima. And the Jar version is also Ibrahima. There is no such thing as what? Ibrahimi. Okay? Let's try Shu'aib. Who would like to try Shu'aib? Yes, young man? Shu'aibun or Shu'aibu? Shu'aibun? Shu'aiban? Shu'aib. Why? Why are you giving all these rights to Shu'aib? Arab. Our messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Actually, before we get to our messenger, Yusuf, such a great surah in the Quran. What do we do with Yusuf? Arab or non-Arab? What you gonna do? Yusuf who? Yusufa in Nasib and in Jar, Yusufa. Can't do Yusufi, not allowed. Okay, let's take it way back. Let's go old school. Adamu or Adamun? Even sorry, Dad, you're not Arab. Adamu. Nasab version? Adama. Jar version? Adama. What do you want to know? I don't want to tell you yet. I'll tell you when that happens. They have a saying in Arabic I say to my students all the time. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. Actually, I want you to memorize that one because I'm going to say that to you a lot. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. Say it. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's going to say it to me? خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. Yes. I like it. Nicely done. Okay, you go to somebody's house. They have a big round table for dinner, and they got food. And in front of you, there's some chicken, but on the other side, there's some lamb, right? And you get your plate, and you don't want the chicken. What do you want? So you stick your armpit in the chicken, and your mom slaps your hand and says, "خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ." Take what is what? In front of you. I'm going to say that to you a lot because I'll be teaching you one thing. You'll say, but one day, will there be a new rule that breaks this rule? Can you tell me about that right now? And I'm going to say what? خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ, and you'll feel the burn on your wrist. خُذْ مَا طَفَّلَكَ. Okay. Alrighty. So let's try. Okay. Our messenger, Muhammadun sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Muhammadun. Shall I say Muhammadu or Muhammadun? Why? Muhammadan and Muhammad. Cool. Okay, one more. Okay, Ismail. Ismailu. Nasab version. Ismaila. Ismaila. Very nice. Ismailu. Ismaila. Ismaila. Okay. Okay. Makkah. رفع نصب جر. مكة. مكة. Makkatin. Wrong. Let me take you up. What did I say? Places and non-Arabs. Is Makkah a place? Aha. And so what are we going to do with Makkah? Makkah too. But it's an Arab place. Did I say it has to be an Arab place? No. I just said it has to be a place. So Makkah ta and Makkah ta. So what happens with partly flexibles? Yes. Huh? I'm coming. It's coming. I like it. I like how you think. So there are 3 immigration categories. What were the 3 immigration categories? Citizen, resident, and illegals. Sometimes residents can apply for citizenship. Yes? And sometimes it gets approved. And once it gets approved, they become naturalized citizens. And once they become citizens, they have all the rights of citizens. They're no longer considered aliens. So the Arabs, thousands of years ago, they were sitting at a barbecue and they said, we should have some kind of an immigration policy for some foreigners that their names should be treated like citizens. And one guy came up with an idea at the barbecue. He said, maybe if their name is spelled with 3 letters, we should give them citizenship. If their name is spelled with 3 letters, we'll let them pretend they're Arab. But your name gotta be spelled with how many? 3 letters. So what happened then is the word Ibrahim applied for citizenship. And they said, have you spelled your name? Yusuf applied. Why was the word Yusuf rejected? Adam alayhi salam applied. But Adam, they said, you came close, Dad, but you have 2 alifs. That's still what? 4. Then Nuh applied. Nuh applied. And what happened with Nuh? Is it 3 letters? They said, sir, you've been through enough. We offer you full citizenship. The Rafa version of Nuh, as opposed to all the other foreign names, is what? Nuhun, Nuhan, and Nuh. Not because Nuh is an Arab, but because Nuh is spelled with 3 letters. If you have a problem with this immigration policy, I will issue you the fax number for the embassy. You can contact them for why they did this thousands of years ago, but it's too late. It's already done. That's the policy. Then came some other prophets that said, hey, maybe we should take advantage of this program, citizenship program. Yaqub, yes or no? No, sorry, Yaqubu, Yaquba, Yaquba. Maryam said, okay, I'm pretty sure they're going to consider me. Maryamu. No? Why not? How many letters? And then came Lut. 3 letters? What did the Arabs do? Alrighty. Lutun, Lutan, just like citizens. So we've got 3 categories: citizen, resident, alien. Citizen means Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, everything we learned. The middle category has many, but I only told you about 2 of them. Which 2 of them? Places and non-Arabs. Places and non-Arabs. And they will have limits, meaning U for Rafa, A for Nasab, and A again for Jar. You with me? They did create an exception. What was the exception? If you're 3 letters, we'll think about it. We'll let you have full citizenship. So it become Nuhan, Nuhun, Nuhan, Nuhin, Lutun, Lutan, Lutin. Okay, so the city of Yathrib. Yathrib. What do you think? No. Why? It's a place. Yathribu, Yathriba, Yathri. Okay, the Garden of Aden. Eden, the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Aden. It's a place, but it is 3 letters, isn't it? So they said, yeah, we do this with foreigners. We could do it with a place too. If you're a place, but you have how many? We'll let you get away with it. So what did they do with Aden? I'm coming to your question. And yeah. Oh, you say, why not Makkah then? And Makkah filed a complaint. You gave Aden, but you didn't give Makkah. They say, sir, there's 2 kafs. It's not Makkah, it's Makkah. It's 2 kafs. You're 4 letters. Fine. Okay? Medina is not even a name. Medina is an Arabic word. It means city. Yathrib is the name. Okay? Okay. So now let's write some things. Actually, let's look at your notes and see if the notes make sense to you now. Go to flexibility, page 9. It says there are 3 categories of flexibility. Is that clear already? Then it says fully flexible. And then it says most isms are fully flexible. Is that clear? Then it says they can be heavy or light because they have all the rights. They want to be light, they can be light. They want to be heavy, they can be heavy. They can show all statuses, rafa or nasab or jar, sounds, combinations. Basically, fully flexible means you can use the entire Muslim chart on page 6. That's what that means. Okay? Then we get to non-flexible, the extreme opposite. What do we learn about non-flexibles? They only have one form. Isa, Isa, Isa. Huda, Huda, Huda. Remember? One form, no changes. Looks the same in all statuses. Some words that are non-flexible are words ending with alif, like dunya and Musa. So dunya, 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 Musa, Musa, Musa. And all ism mawsul. You don't know what ism mawsul are. We can skip this part because we don't know that yet. We can go over to partly flexible. We'll come back and understand that in a couple of days. But for now, we can go to partly flexible. What's the first limitation on partly flexible? They cannot be heavy. And they cannot take a kasra. Kasra means what sound? E sound. They cannot take kasra at the end. It has 2 forms, one for rafa and one for nasab and jar. Does that make sense? Yusufu is for rafa and Yusufa is both for nasab and for. So if you see Yusufa in the Quran, what's your answer? It could be nasab, could be? Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Some of them can, some of them can't, but the status stays the same. The sound stays the same. Yeah. They can be some non-flexibles can be heavy and light, others can't, but that's not a really important question for them. The more important question for them is can they actually show the ending change? They can't really show the ending change. Okay. Let's do this. Are the following words fully flexible, partly flexible, or non-flexible? Let's do this exercise together. Number 1, Musa. Can somebody explain why this is non-flexible? You're right, it is non-flexible. No, non-Arab names are partly flexible. You said non-flexible. It ends with alif, which means the only way you can say it is what? Musa. There's no other way to say it. So Musa, Musa, Musa. That's why it's non-flexible. Okay. At number 7, we have Lut. Lut. Can someone explain why this non-Arab name is fully flexible? Because it's 3 letters. Very good. Lutun, Lutan, Lutin. Dallas. It's not in the Quran. It's Dallas. You're like, Dalasa. No, no. It's just Dallas. Fully flexible, partly flexible, non-flexible. Non-flexible? I mean, we're not talking about partly flexible. Because places and foreigners are partly flexible. This is a place, so it's partly flexible. Which means the rafa', nasb, and jar version are what? The rafa version, dalasu. Nasb version, dalasa. Jar version, dalasa. It'am means to feeding. It'am means feeding. Is that an Arabic word? Is that a general Arabic word? What should we assume about general Arabic words? Fully flexible. So give me the rafa', nasb, and jar. It'amun, it'aman, it'amin. Because remember, normally a word should be heavy. You have to have a reason to make it what? Light. Rabb. I'm not going to help you. I'm not helping you. You help me. What is it? Fully flexible. Why is it fully flexible? Arab word, an Arabic word. Okay, what's the rafa' nasab and jar of it then? Rabbun, Rabban, excellent, Rabbin. Alaq, clot. Alaq, Arabic word. Fully flexible. Help me out here. Rafa' nasab and jar. Alaqun, alaqan, alaqin. Yatim means an orphan. Fully flexible. Give it to me, come on. Yatimun, yatiman, yatimin. Good job. Adam. Fully non-flexible. Full of non. I hear partly, I had fully, I hear non, I hear alayhi salam, but I don't know what. Partly full? Why? Somebody, whatever answer your is, you better give me a reason. Yes, young man, tell me. Go on, there's two alifs, and what happened? It's partly flexible. Very good job. Rafa' nasab and jar version, young man. Go ahead, tell me. I'm so happy right now. How many kids here doing hifz or done hifz? Okay, I'm especially happy for you guys because this is gonna like make you so messed up when you pray. It's gonna really make you enjoy salah. And it's just, I'm really excited for you. Really, really excited. Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. What do I do? Good. Reason. Reason. Arab name. Very nice. So, Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Excellent. Jannah. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you before you get a headache. Jannah means garden. Wait. Jannah means what? Garden. Now, Dallas and Jannah are different. Well, definitely different. But Dallas is the name of a place. But Jannah is the word for a place. It's not the name of a place. School, is that the name of a place or the word for a place? It's the word for a place. University, is that the name of a place or the word for a place? Masjid, is that the name or word? The partly flexible thing is not about words. It's about what? Names. With that in mind, is Jannah a word or a name? It's a word. It's actually a word. It's not a name. It's actually a word. And because it's a word, it's just another Arabic word. Somebody can have a Jannah in their backyard, technically. Okay, Surah Al-Kahf, a guy owned two Jannahs. He had Jannatain, Jannataini, Aini, two. Pretty cool. He had two Jannatain. So Jannah is just a word for what? Gardens, which means this is what kind of flexibility? So give me the Rafa', Nasab and Jar. Now tell me about this word. Is it wearing a hijab at the end, this word? Which means which chart does it follow? Jannatun, Jannatan, Jannatin, Jannatani, Jannataini, Jannataini. Now the Muslimatun chart was Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. What should this be? Jannatun, Jannatin, Jannatin, Tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. That's why you hear that all the time. Okay, that's the feminine plural. Yeah. There's no such thing as a foolish question. So we say the garden. I'll on it. Yeah. Yusuf. Non-partly? Partly non? Give me Rafa' Nasab and Jar. Yusufu. Yusufa. Yusufa. Safina. It means ship. It just means ship. What do you think? A regular Arabic word, so Safinatun, Safinatan, safinatin. Qalam. Qalam is what? You know, I haven't told you a single joke in this class. That's a violation. I have to do two things in this class. I have to at least tell one joke, and I have to at least share something about the Quran. And I've done neither of those, and it's already day 2. Partly none. That was a joke, but not really. I need to use one of my jokes that I use for years, and I don't get tired of saying the same joke over and over again. And I'm going to victimize you with the same joke. True story. Back in India, before the partition, the British ran the education system. And they imposed their education system on Muslims and Hindus and Sikhs. We're all going through the same education system. And they used to have a class where the Muslims can learn some Arabic. And they used to have a class where the Hindus can learn some Sanskrit, their religious language, right? And the Chancellor of Education from England came to, you know how sometimes these government officials come, they audit the school, and they want to come into the class and see what you're teaching? Right? So the chancellor came and he was going to visit the Muslim classroom. He was going to visit also the Hindu classroom. So he went to the Hindu classroom first, where they were teaching Sanskrit, right? And he said, so what do you teach here? And he said, we teach Sanskrit, sir. So he said, have 2 of your students make a conversation with each other in what? Sanskrit. He said, no, 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 no. We learned the grammar of Sanskrit. We learned the verb conjugations. We learned how the nouns work so they can read the ancient book. We don't speak Sanskrit. We just learned the grammar of it. And he said, you're teaching a language and all you teach is the grammar? This is useless. This program is canceled. You're fired. The chancellor was going to come where next? What is the Arabic teacher doing? The same thing I'm doing with you. If I told you to have a conversation right now with each other, what are you going to say? Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin? So the Arabic teacher sent one of his kids as a spy to the Sanskrit class to see what the chancellor is going to say, and he came back to report. They said grammar, and the guy got fired. So they had to prepare. They had like 30 seconds to prepare before the chancellor showed up and came into the class. And he said, what do you teach here? Sir, we teach Arabic here. And he said, okay, well, have 2 of your students make conversation with each other in class. So the teacher said, Abdullah, Zakaria, begin. And Abdullah said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And Zakaria said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid, wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Okay, that's out of my system. All right. All right. Tell me about qalam. Means pen. So therefore, qalamun, qalaman, qalamin. Nar. Nar means summer in Texas. Okay, what is nar? What is رفع نصب جر؟ نار نارا نار. الرجعة. It is irrelevant because it has al. Wrong. The alif lam making something irrelevant wasn't about flexibility. Alif lam was about light and wrong placement. It ends with, what do you think are the 3 ways of saying ar-ruj'a? Ar-ruj'a, 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 which makes this non-flexible. Very nice. Okay. This is, by the way, these 3 days are the hardest 3 days of the Arabic class. You're in the hardest part, and you're doing good. Ibrahim. Ibrahimu. Ibrahima. Ibrahima. Excellent. Rasul. Give me. Rafa nasab jar. Rasulun. Rasulan. Rasulin, because it's fully flexible. Musaytir, controller. Musaytirun, musaytiran, musaytirin. Sahib, companion. Sahibun, sahiban, sahibin. Isa. What did you say? Jesus. What? Okay, I'm kidding. Isa. 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 Non-flexible. Rahma. Oh, actually, should I gone for? No, yeah. Rahma. Arabic word? Rahmatun. Rahmatan. Rahmatin. Masjid. But it's a place. But it's a place. It's the word for a place, not the name of a place. Good. Masjidun, masjidan, masjidin. Fir'aun. Partly flexible? Why is he partly flexible? Non-Arab name. Non-Arab name. So the rafa' nasab and jar of Fir'aun. Fir'aunu, Fir'auna, Fir'auna. Al-untha. Why is it non-flexible, everyone? Ends with alif. Love it. So give me the three. Al-untha, al-untha, al-untha. Wonderful. Lahab, flame. Fully flexible. Lahabun, lahaban, lahabin. Good job. Okay. Yesterday I made you memorize something. What did I make you memorize? Give me. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. You must know this so well. Now when you have, some of you have Arab friends, they say, oh, you take the Arabic class? What you learn it? Huh? When you say, oh yeah, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin, Aqim as-salah. Right? That's what you gotta do. And you shouldn't just do this with Muslim. You should do this with everything. Your friend calls you and says, hey man, you want to play some ball? You're like, yes. Balun, balun, balin, balani, 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 baluna, balina, balina, balatun, balatan, balatin, balatani, 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 balatun, balatin, balatin. Do it so many times, it gets nailed in your head. This is the only homework I give you. Know some of these things, you have to know them. Whatever word, do it, and do it. So it's grilled in your head. Singular, pair, plural, rafa, nasab, jar, masculine, feminine. It's stuck in your head. And that grid, you can use it all the time. And the more you use it, the faster you're gonna get. The more you practice it, the more you try to identify, man, it's gonna be beautiful. This identification is a power. It's a really strong power to have. Okay? The only additional knowledge today, light and heavy, not that big of a deal. And among the non-flexible, fully flexible, partly flexible, actually summarize it. You know the hardest part of it, the most important part of it is foreigners. Because the Quran mostly has names of foreigners. So what should you remember about them? U, a. That's it. U, a, and a. That's the key thing to take away. But now, before I let you go, because every day, I'm in this class, I'm going to make you memorize some things. And those will decide how well you memorize and understand these few things will decide how far you go with your Arabic. I've been teaching Arabic for a long time. I've been teaching Arabic for over 20 years. Okay? And I have students that have even surpassed me, much surpassed me. And the students that go far are the students that build their foundation well. And part of that foundation is memorizing some of this stuff. Okay? So I'm going to give you your second memorization assignment today. But I don't want you to memorize it at home. You're going to do this with me before Isha starts. You will know it. Every one of you. I don't care if you're 70 years old or 700 years old. I don't care. I don't care if you're 7 years old or 5 years old. I don't care. Listen to me. Don't be intimidated. Just listen and repeat. Huwa, huma, hum. Huwa, huma, hum. Hua, huma, hum. Hua, huma, hum. Out loud. Some of you are rolling your eyes so hard they could fall out of your sockets. Hua, huma, hum. Don't say huma, huma, huma. I said hua, huma, hum. 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 Got it? Okay. Hiya, huma, hunna. Hiya, huma, hunna. Hiya, huma, hunna. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. 5 times. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma. No, show it on the screen. Show it on the screen. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. That's 1. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. 2. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. 3. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. 4. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. 5. Now without looking. Hua, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. That's 2. 3. 4. I need 5 men and 5 women to volunteer to try this. Let's see who wins. Ladies' side or gentlemen's side? Let's go. Somebody, my condition, only people who have not raised or been called on the entire class so far. Only those people can participate. Yes, sir. Should I count you on that side or this side? Which side you? That side, okay, yeah. Hua, huma, hum, hiya, huma, na. Excellent. Can you, volunteers, can you grab a mic, please? Can you grab a mic? I want to hear them. Okay, ladies' side. We got 1-0 so far. Yes, back there. Hua, huma, hum, hiya, huma, honna. That's 1-1. Gentlemen. Oh, I need my volunteer to run again. Nouman, where are you? Go run, child. You should be like the tennis ball boy thing. That's Nouman right there. Okay, guys. Okay, take it back there. Wait. He's coming, he's coming. Run, run, run. Raise your hand, raise your hand.
Hua, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Impressive. Lady side. Don't pick you? Okay, yeah, it's you. Finish crying and then... Yeah, take her. This is the one who's hiding. Yeah, go get her. Yep, she's on the floor, just trying to get under the chair somehow. That's the one. Yep. There you go. Here's the mic.
Oh, the mic.
This is recorded forever on the internet. You'll be like, everybody will remember this. They will play this at your wedding one day. Come on.
Okay. Hiya, huma, hun.
Very feminine of you. However, we don't start with hiya.
Sorry. Hua, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Excellent job. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, good confidence. Hua huma hum, hiya huma hunna. Guys, come on. All the way in the back. That young man in the blue. All the way in the back. Let's hear it.
Hua huma hun, hiya huma hunna.
Hua huma hum. Hum. Hiya huma. The only N is where? Because ladies, when they get together, they just want to do something different. You remember? Everything was going fine. Show the screen. Hua, huma, hum, hiya, huma. And the women said, na'a, hunna. Hunna. Let me tell you what this means now. You can turn the mic off, Raifi. Turn it off. Okay. Hua means he. Hua means what? He. Huma means both of them. Hua means what? You're not writing any of this down. Just here. Hua means what? he. Huma means both of them. Hum means they. They. So when you memorize these three words, the first one is one, the second one is two, the third one is more than two. Easy logic. Huwa, huma, hum, he, both of them, they. The second line is feminine. Hiya, she, huma, both of them, meaning both of those ladies. And then hunna, them ladies. Okay? We don't have a they for ladies. Some people call it deshi. We're just gonna say them ladies, just to be clear, okay? So huwa means what? He, huma, both of them, hum, hiya, she, huma, both of them, hunna. What did I say? What bad English did I give you? I didn't say deshi. I made fun of deshi. All the deshis always do this. Them ladies. Them ladies, okay? Okay, now, let's say if you remember it. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Listen again. Anta, antuma, antum. Anta, antuma, antum. Anta, antuma, antum. 5 times. Anta, antuma, antum. 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 Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Okay, anta, antuma, and antum. Okay? Now, from the top, who's got it? Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Next line, quickly. Anti, antuma, antunna. Anti, antuma, antunna. You may look at page 18 now. Anti, antuma, antunna. Anti, antuma, antunna. From the beginning, read it with me. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Once again. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Say it to each other right now. You have 30 seconds. Come on. From memory. Try it. Ten seconds. Okay, time's up. Huwa with me. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Last two. Ana, nahnu. Ana, nahnu. Anta means you. Anta means what? You. Antuma means, what happens every time you have 3 words? What happens every time? 1, 2, and 3. So if you know the first one, you can tell what the other 2 mean. Anta means you. So antuma means both of you. Antum means all of you. Anti means very good. Yushi. Yes, Yushi. Like Mario. Yes, Yushi. Mitsu. Yes. Shiu. I don't know what else. It's the feminine you. We don't have a word for it. Okay? So it's the feminine you. We're going to call it Shiu. I don't know what to do. Yushi. Well, I give up. I've been doing this for 20 years. Yushi has stuck. And I don't even come up with it. Somebody always says, Yushi. So Yushi it is. Anti, Yushi, Antuma, Yutushi. and Antunna, y'all ladies. Y'all ladies. Okay? Ana means what? Ana means I. It works for man or woman. And nahnu means we. Tomorrow when you come, if you have a question tomorrow, and you will, whenever you have a question, you'll say, Assalamu alaikum, huwa huma hum, hiya huma hunna, anta antuma antum, anti antuma antunna, ana nahnu. I have a question. That's what you're going to do. Because you will know page 6. You will know page 6 like it's your social security number. And you will know page 18 like it's your date of birth. You will know it. After Salah today, some people will be sitting doing Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. You'll be doing Huwa Huma Hum, Hiya Huma Hunna, Anta Antum Antum, Anti Antum Antunna, Anana. You will do this. You will memorize these two perfectly before we meet in class tomorrow. Enjoy your time off and make dua that we make the most of this program together. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.